So let's start with Mangalacharan. Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Sopadantikam Vande Aham Shri Guru Shri Yuda Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. Let's bring our obeisances to Srimad Bhagavatam. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye. Nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavate uttama bhaktir bhavati nashtagi. शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्णा पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तना हृदयान्तस्थो ह्य भद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सताम्. Hey Krishna, so we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 9, Lord Vamandev begs charity from Bali Maharaj. So we are reading text 41. परागरिक्तम् अपूर्णं वा अक्षरं यत् तदोम् इति यत् किञ्चित् ॐ इति ब्रूयात् तेन रिच्येत वै पुमान् भिक्षवे सर्वम् ॐ कुर्वं नालं कामेन चात्मने. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The utterance of the word Om signifies separation from one's monetary asset. In other words, by uttering this word, one becomes free from attachment to money because his money is taken away from him. To be without money is not very satisfactory, for in that position one cannot fulfill one's desire. In other words, by using the word Om, one becomes poverty stricken, especially when one gives charity to a poor man or beggar. One remains unfulfilled in self realization and in sense gratification. Purport. Bali Maharaj wanted to give everything to Vamandev, who had appeared as a beggar. But Shukracharya, being Maharaj Bali's family, fa- familial spiritual master in the line of seminal succession, could not appreciate Maharaj Bali's promise. Shukracharya gave Vedic evidence that one should not give everything to a poor man. Rather, When a poor man comes from charity, one should untruthfully say, "Whatever I have given you. I have no more." It is not that one should give everything to him. Actually, the word Om is meant for Om Tat Sat, the absolute truth. Omkar is meant for freedom from all attachment to money, because money should be spent for the purpose of the Supreme. The tendency of modern civilization is to give money in charity to the poor. Such charity has no spiritual value, because we actually see that although there are so many hospitals and other foundations and institutions for the poor, according to the three modes of material nature, a class of poor men is always destined to continue. Even though there are so many charitable institutions, poverty has not been driven from human society. Therefore, it is recommended here भिक्षवे सर्वम om kurvan nalam kamen chatmani. One should not give everything to the beggars among the poor. The best solution is that of the Krishna consciousness movement. This movement is always kind to the poor, not only because it feeds them, but also because it gives them enlightenment by teaching them how to become Krishna conscious. We are therefore opening hundreds and thousands of centers for those who are poor, both in money and in knowledge, to enlighten them in Krishna consciousness and reform their character by teaching them how to avoid illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling, which are the most sinful activities and which cause people to suffer life after life. The best way to use money is to open such a center where all may come, live, and reform their character. They may live very comfortably without denial of any of the bodily necessities, but they live under spiritual control, and thus they live happily and save time for advancement in Krishna consciousness. If one has money, it should not be sequendered away on nothing. It should be used to push forward the Krishna consciousness movement so that all of human society will become happy, prosperous, and hopefully of being promoted back home, back to Godhead. The Vedic mantra in this regard reads as follows: Parag va etad riktam aksharam yad etad om iti tad yad kinchit om iti ahatrevasmai tad richyate sa yat sarvam om kuryat richyat atmanam sa kamebhyo nalam sayat. Hare Krishna. So we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam. And here we can see who is speaking here. Shukracharya, we all know, like because we are reading in a continuation. So we all know like Shukracharya is giving advice to his disciple Bali Maharaj, and we from the chapter we all know like Bali Maharaj, he gave everything to Vamandev. Vamandev appeared before him because Vamandev has goal to save the demigods, because they are they are always in favorably serving Krishna. Anukulena Krishnanu. So they are in Anukul. So they are serving Krishna in a Anukul way. But we all know demons, they always serve the Lord in a Pratikul way. So they are always against the will of the Lord. So Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita why he appeared in the material world, to pritranai sadhunam. And then second thing is vinashaya cha dushkritam. So here we can see even here in the in the assembly of Bali Maharaj, Vamandev appeared, even though he wants to take away everything from Bali Maharaj for the sake of demigods, but his taking is also big blessings for Bali Maharaj. We have so many evidence from the Shastras, from Bhagavatam, where Krishna he kills somebody, or he take away somebody's possessions. That is also his mercy. So we all can see here, like in Vrindavan, so many Krishna killed so many demons. And well, we all know like what happened. Like yesterday, we were reading about demon, like how Krishna killed Aghasur. And after killing the demons, the demon, like he entered into the body of the Lord, his Brahmajyoti. So when Krishna kills somebody, this is also his mercy. So here also, like we all can see, even the Lord appeared to take away Bali Maharaj, but this is also his mercy. So sometimes we feel bad why this thing happened with us, but we never know. Whatever we we should always have faith, so that whatever is happening is good for us, because Krishna never do anything bad with his devotees. He don't do anything bad even for the any living entity, because for Krishna he said samo aham sarva bhuteshu na me dveshti na me priya. So for Krishna, nobody is his dear, nobody is enemy, everybody is equal for him. But he is very favorable to his pure devotees. Those are fully surrendered, 100% surrendered. That's why first Krishna said, Paritranaya sadhu nam. Sadhu is who is fully surrendered to Krishna. Whatever Krishna gives, he accept, and he don't accept more than that. So here also we all can see, even the demigods, they are sakamis, they have material desire. But in Bhagavatam again said, Akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udhali. They have the desire that even though they have material desire, for that also they go to Krishna again and again. They are not going to anybody else, because they know Krishna is the supreme master. He is the enjoyer. So that's why Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita 5:29, Bhokta Ram Yagyet Apsam Sarvalokam Heshwaram. So Krishna is the enjoyer, and demigods, they know it's very well. So that's why they were asking the Lord for the favor, because they know, like, if Bali Maharaj became very strong, who was the king of the demigods, and then they lose whatever they have. So that's why they were asking the Lord for the favor to protect them. And we all know the Lord is always ready to protect his devotees. And that's why he came in the assembly of Bali Maharaj, where the Lord, he appeared like a Brahmin boy. So Krishna, he take different forms according to the situation. So, but the form is so beautiful, so charming, that as soon as Bali Maharaj saw, so he became so attractive. Even his wife and everybody, they were so attractive, and the form was so attractive. And then what happened? Like we all can see from this chapter, we saw like how Bali Maharaj, he was asking the Lord, like, what you want. This is the question of a king to a Brahman. So as soon as some Brahman comes, we should ask what you want. You can take. And so then Brahman, what Vamandev said, he said, I just want 3 steps of land, no more than that. And then we saw like how Bali Maharaj, he was feeling very proud, like just only 3 steps of land. This is nothing for me. I'm a king. So you can ask something else, maybe some gold, jewelry, maybe some beautiful woman, whatever you want, my dear Lord. So whatever you want, take from me. He said, no, the Brahman should not be greedy. So this is the qualification of a Brahman. Brahman is who know Brahman, who know the supreme personality of Godhead. When we know the supreme personality of Godhead, then we are satisfied inside and outside both. So Brahman should be satisfied. If he gets too much in charity, then he can distribute that money to others. So this is the qualification of a Brahman. So we all saw that, and we saw like then Shukracharya, when he saw like how Vamandev, Bali Maharaj, he was taking the vow of giving him everything, and Shukracharya start giving him advice. So whatever you are doing, so it's not good. If you promise, that's fine. It's nothing is wrong in that. And then in the translation we were reading, like he said very nice thing. He said like when you chant Om, like it makes you poverty stricken. It makes it you the all your money will go away. So in one case it's good, but other case it's bad. Like, because when if somebody is very attached to the money, if he becomes poverty stricken, he feels so bad because he don't have money. He was thinking that he's enjoying the money, but as soon as he lose his money, he feel so bad, like how I can enjoy. But for his special devotees, those are sakami, those are like those are in favorable condition, those are always ready to serve Krishna. For them it's good, because maybe Krishna makes them to realize little bit, it takes little time, but then they realize, no, whatever is happened, it's good for me. Krishna wants to bring me closer to him. That's why he did that. So that's why he said in the translation very nicely that uttering the word Om becomes free, one becomes free from attachment to money, and because his money is taken away from him, and because he was telling, Shukracharya was telling to his disciple Bali Maharaj that, so, and then he said, like, he is giving the different reasoning. So you should not give anything to Vamandev. He is supreme Lord. He will take away everything from you, whatever you have. So we all can see, like, even that sometime, even the spiritual master is not giving us, like, when we do different courses in our society, we learn so many things. Like in that, there is a qualification of the spiritual master, when how we can accept somebody, our spiritual master, and how we can reject the spiritual master even after initiation also. In that, we all can see it described, like how the spiritual master, the Prabhupada said so many times, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, they should be in one line. When we follow any instruction, anything, they should be in one line, means whatever they are saying, it should be, Guru is saying something, it should be from the Shastra. So it's not like sometime we meet so many people and they said, how you have this knowledge? Oh, I learned from myself. So how you can learn from yourself? Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Tad vidhi pranipatena pariparshanena sevya upadyakshanti te jnanam jnaninastattu darshina. So first we have to surrender. We have to be inquisitive. We have to be submissive. Then by the mercy of the spiritual master, we get the knowledge. And by that knowledge, we feel enlightenment. And the knowledge should be from the Shastras, from Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Again and again, Prabhupada is describing throughout the Bhagavatam how these two literature are very, very important. So reading Bhagavatam is like, that's why, like, we should Nityam Bhagavatam Sevya. So every day when we read Bhagavatam, there is always something very, very wonderful to learn. So here we can see even the spiritual master is giving the disciple like that, you are chanting this name and you are giving charity to this Brahman, you can now deny it. You can tell him, no, I was just kidding. Maybe I'm making fun. I cannot give you. And in the purport, Srila Prabhupada explained very nicely how. So he said, like, Bali Maharaj, he wanted to give everything to Vaman Dev, who appeared as a beggar. And we can see, like, how Shukracharya, who was who are the spiritual master from their family. We all know who is the father of Bali Maharaj, and his grandfather was Prahlad Maharaj, and his father was Hiranyakashipu. So, so these the Shukracharya is the spiritual master in their family from long, long time. So he was the spiritual master, and so he that's why he was the and that's why he is giving him advice that don't fulfill your promise. If you say something, don't give him anything. And he is giving the evidence from the Shastras that one should not give everything to a poor man. So rather when a poor man comes to charity, one should untruthfully say. So this is like we all can see, like here he is saying untruthfully. So whatever I have given you. So this is the spiritual master can say like that. So, but like, why? First of all, when somebody comes, we should tell like how we can serve you. When we say somebody, take whatever you want from my house, it shows our proud. So uh, we should never feel like that, like I have so much and whatever you want I can. So we have so many time like this pastime, even in the positive way also, like we have the pastime of Nityanand Mahaprabhu. When Nityanand Mahaprabhu was in his when he was small, so we all know that Brahman came to their house, and then what happened? Like we know, like when his father Adhai Pandit Hoja and mother, they were serving the Brahman very nicely. What he asked, like they said, "My dear Brahman, whatever you want, you can tell me." And then we all know, like what the Brahman asked. He asked Nityan Mahaprabhu. He said, "I want your son." And we all know, like the Nityan Mahaprabhu was the life and soul for his parents. And then they were feeling so like pain in their heart, because he is the life and soul for them, and they feel very very bad. But from the example of them, we all can see, like even though they are very attached to Nityanand Prabhu, but still they gave him. They said okay. And after that, we all know that situation was like they were in a very very like virha feeling. They were feeling in the heart when Nityan Prabhu left. And then Brahman, he took Nityan Prabhu. And then we all know here, we all can see here also, like how Shukracharya is giving him advice. Like if you tell something, just don't fulfill your promise. So he said, whatever I have given you. I have no more. So you can tell, like, just to say this like bluff. And then Prabhupada said it very nicely. It is not that one should give everything to him. So he's like that Shukracharya can say something like that. So then Prabhupada said, actually the word Om is meant for Om Tat Sat, the absolute truth. So everything, and this is the mantra Om. It like whenever we chant any mantra, it start Om. Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, in all the mantras, I am Omkar. So Krishna is the he, and then like chanting Prabhupada said, like chanting Om or chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is equal. But for the Kali Yuga, for the Kali Yuga, we should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra only, because this is the mantra for the Kali Yuga. In each we have different ages like Satyuga, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali Yuga. But for Kali Yuga is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very, very important. Like we sometimes people say, I'm chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. No, but this is the mantra for different age. Like this mantra was given by Narad Muni to Dhruv Maharaj, because that time that mantra was powerful. Even today also, but like for this age, Kali Yuga, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This mantra we should chant. This is the Kali Yuga mantra, because this is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and it came from the spiritual world. From Golok Dham, it came to this material world, so that we all can chant. And by chanting this mantra, we will take the same benefit like in different yugas by chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, or giving or doing any kind of yagya or penance. In this Kali Yuga, by chanting this mantra, we all can get the same benefit that they were doing in other yugas. So that's why, like, that Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very, very powerful. And then he said, then and then Srila Prabhupada explained nicely, like how the in the modern civilization is to give charity, give money to the poor. And such charity has no spiritual value, because we actually see that although there are so many hospital and other foundation and institution for the poor, according to the three modes of material nature, a class of poor men is always dis, dis, destined to continue. So we all can see Prabhupada is explaining, like like when we gave somebody money, so what they use, like sometime, like we all know, like in India or America, that doesn't matter. In America also, like we cook for the homeless people every every month, like two times. We saw like how people are sitting on the road. They were sitting on the road, and if we give them money, what they will do? You they are doing smoking or drinking. And if what they will do with this money? They will go to the store and buy more liquor, or just for cigarette or something. They want to use that money for a good cause. No, there is no way, because they use that money for their sense gratification. So that's why there is no use. Better than money is give them prasadam. At least they will eat, they will get some mercy of the Lord. Because giving money is not the solution. It's not that important because they don't use. And again, Prabhupada is making the point, like people, they make big institution for the poor people, but they are not giving them the real knowledge. They are like, we know, like we have a shelter nearby, and what they give, they are trying to help them in a good way, like they are giving them training so that they can be trained enough in the society so that they can get a good job, and they can start working. But what happened, like when the people don't want to follow the rules and regulations of the shelter, and they don't stay for long in the shelter, and after some time they just leave, and because they don't like to stay in the rules and regulations. But like Prabhupada is explaining very nicely, like how, so even though they are trying their best, Prabhupada said, like the still there are so many poverty in the society, even though they are trying, because like they are not making their brain to understand the higher goal. When they know what is the value of this human form of life. Like when Prabhupada came here in America, so that was hippie culture. They are also like that, this situation. And that time Prabhupada, what he did, he gave them two things: prasadam and chanting. And two things are very important. By eating prasadam, we can control our tongue and belly, and they are in one line. When we control our tongue and belly, then we start thinking about Krishna. And Prabhupada gave the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. By that's why Mahaprabhu said Cheto Darpan Marjanam. So by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, our the dust accumulated in our heart for so many years, it's cleansed, and we can see Krishna easily. So that's why because they are not giving proper training, how they can expect good for the society? It won't be possible. So that's why, like in, and Prabhupada said in the second paragraph, it's very nicely, the best solution is that of the Krishna consciousness movement. This is the best solution, and we all can feel that it's everywhere. Like devotees, they distribute prasadam. Even those are very rich materially, they are rich, but in the heart they are very poor people. And they always appreciate. Sometimes people, they say like, oh, in your ISKCON center, the khichdi you distribute, it's very tasty. Sometimes people, I met some people, they said, we went there, and there they are making khichdi to see how they are making, what are the ingredients they put. We like that khichdi so much. The main key ingredients is because it's offered to the Lord. This is the key ingredients. That's why Prabhupada said the best solution is that of the Krishna consciousness movement. And this movement is always kind to the poor, not only because it feeds them, but also because it gives them enlightenment by teaching them how to become Krishna conscious. This is very important. Like if we feed them, and the giving prasadam is different, and giving food is different. When we give somebody food, so what they happen, they get one time food, and then what happened, nothing. But when we give them prasadam, it stay with them with the next body also. Like we have so many pastimes when even the animals also, they get prasadam, they purified. And so that's why Prabhupada said, like giving prasadam and teaching them. So it's very important, two things. Because then they get the knowledge and prasadam. By that they can come out, like some, like as I told, like people, they don't want to stay in the rules and regulations. Because they are feeling they are bound by the rules and regulation. But when they get knowledge, then automatically they are attached, and naturally, because this knowledge is food for the soul. When we get the knowledge, then we get enlightenment. Like, no, this is the right path for me. I'm not this body, I'm spirit soul. And what is my duty? To serve my master, serving Krishna. And Prabhupada said so many things, like so many times, like then everybody wants to serve. If you don't serve Krishna, if you don't serve God, then you are serving dog. So when we have knowledge, no, Krishna is my Lord and Master. Like I have so many things, and He's without asking, He's providing me everything. So this is His kind. He's so kind. When we came to know, when we read the Shastra on top of that, and then it clear away, clear all the doubts that we have, and then we feel when we then we feel obliged that my Lord, you have given me so many things. Let me serve you. Then then the devotee starts serving Krishna, and by serving Krishna, his heart becomes purified. When he chant Krishna's name, we all have that experience. Like we all have that when we serve any devotee, we feel so much satisfied. When we serve our spiritual master, we feel so much satisfaction. In the material world also, when mother serve the child, the more than the child, the mother is always very very satisfied. She feels so much satisfaction. Oh, my child is eating. So same thing when we all like to serve. So that's why Srila Prabhupada said, if we don't serve God, then we serve dog, because we want to serve somebody. And then Prabhupada said, we are there for opening hundreds and thousands of centers for those who are poor, both in money and in knowledge, to enlighten them in Krishna consciousness. And this is Prabhupada's goal. Prabhupada's goal, why we have so many ISKCON temples, so that people can come to the temple, they can get the knowledge, they can get the diet prasadam, they can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they can see the deity's beautiful form of the Lord. And by seeing Krishna, their heart becomes like transferred, and they accept Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. That's why like we've met so many people. They said like when I visited ISKCON center, we feel so good. So this is the aim of Srila Prabhupada. And why anyway, like if we help in those things, it's good for us. Like when we serve Krishna, like when we offer Krishna food, so it's not for Krishna, it's for us, our purification. When we offer Krishna, Krishna has so many devotees in so many temples. They are all serving Krishna. He's not hungry for our puri, rice, dal, and a sweet. So he wants, that's why Krishna said, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yo me Bhaktya Pranachati. Tadham Bhaktya. So two time bhakti and bhaktya. So without that, Krishna won't accept. First of all, his devotee, and with devotion. Without that, he won't accept anything. So that's why when we serve Krishna, so and then in return we take prasadam. So this is his mercy. And then Srila Prabhupada said very nicely. He said like how we teach people, what we teach people, illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating, and gamblings. So like we all can see, like these four things are, they are the big blocks. If we come out from these four things naturally and by artificial way, we can stop them, but for a time being, not for a long time. But when we have higher knowledge, no, I am a servant of Krishna. I have to serve Krishna. With that knowledge, when we restrain ourselves, we stay high forever. We still we when we know I am doing this because this is prohibited and this is not dear to the Lord, so then we are continue on this path. We won't lose this. So that's why Srila Prabhupada said the best way to use money is to open such center where all may come, live, and reform their character. So this is very, very important. Like that's why, like in all the centers, there this is the knowledge that we need, and this is knowledge that is given in all the centers. Like by reading Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, we get this knowledge. So this is very important that how we can come out from these bad things by hearing, by chanting, by association. And these are the important things, keyword. Like by doing that, naturally, automatically we becomes toward Krishna. We start going toward Krishna. That is the natural way, not by artificial way. We have to control just by doing these rules and regulations. Naturally, we becomes attracted toward the Lord. So that's why, like Prabhupada is saying, like this human form of life is very, very important, because Krishna has given us this brain, and we can use this brain in the service of the Lord by by hearing, by taking prasadam, by hearing Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, by chanting Krishna's names, then we becomes purified, and we can understand Krishna more and more. So nice. Thank you very much, everybody. If anybody has any question or comment, feel free. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhamma Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada Guru Maharaj. Thank you for wonderful class. Importance of chanting Hare Krishna mantra and importance of prasad and staying within, serving together and with the association of the devotees. I don't have any specific question right now, but I would like to ask devotees if you have a question, any realization you have on this verse, or any other question you may have. You may please ask. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam. Thank you for the wonderful class. Mataji, you mentioned about chanting, how it's a Yuga Dharma. Mataji, can you also explain how to improve the quality of our chanting?
Yes, Prabhu, like everybody's struggling for the chanting. Good chanting means, Prabhu, like whatever like, way, Prabhu, like good chanting is always chant our round in the morning. That's the best way. And when we chant, we should focus in each and every mantra. Like when we chant, that is the important way, Prabhu. Like I saw so many devotees when they chant very fast because and but for me, like I'm little bit slow in chanting, so I slow chanting means the mantra should be clear. Sometimes like I saw devotees, they chant Hare Hare means one Hare, or sometimes they chant little Ram 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 extra. So it's good. We should chant like with focus, like I'm chanting Krishna's name. So with if we chant with full attention, then it's not anything we can lose any syllable or anything. So while chanting, we should think of Krishna's pastime, like in like it's good like before chanting if we read something so that we all can meditate like whatever we have read. So it's good like while chanting, instead of so many other thoughts, we can focus on the whatever we have read. So in from Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, then automatically we all can feel our chant is improved. Yeah. Thank you, bro. Hare Krishna. I hope it will help you, bro.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, bro.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for this wonderful class. I have a question, Mataji. This is Geeta. Regarding like if somebody is genuinely hungry, and we give them food on a regular basis, like prasadam, so it's not always practical. So what I'm asking you is that a genuinely poor person who may not misuse the money that we give them,
Mhm.
what is the wrong in helping somebody?
Now, if we know they are using in a good way money, like the Desha Kala Patra. So, and according to Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying like Desh, like place, Kala, time, and Patra person. So, according to that, if we give money to somebody, then it's good. Like Prabhupada also said, like one time he was traveling, one devotee, Prabhupada disciple was with him, and some hungry man came. He didn't open the door. Prabhupada said, "Open, give him something." So then he gave some money also. But as per the situation, like sometimes we should not be that much rude that we should not give somebody money. But if we know like they are using proper way, sometimes we can give. Like yeah. So according to, but prasadam is the best, like because they won't throw. Like even in America also, like sometimes we travel, we saw like there is people are always on the on the signals they sit and they always hungry need food, they put the board, so give them some prasadam. So but money also, if you know like they are using properly for that money, then you can give not a lot but whatever you have little bit. Yes, thank you, Geeta Madani.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Because they will only read the Bhagavad Gita once their stomach is full. I mean, a hungry person, unless I'm talking about normal circumstances. Otherwise, if the Lord is merciful, maybe they will. But first, roti kapra makan, right? That's the main thing. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So, like from this, pastime of Bali Maharaj, he's depending on the Lord. So, as a devotee, like we are practicing, what can we learn from this? Like, how can ourselves be have a dependence on the Lord? What we can learn from this pastime, Mataji?
We all can see Prabhu, like for the Lord's satisfaction. If our spiritual master is giving us wrong advice, we should not accept that, Prabhu. And like for the Krishna's satisfaction, devotee can do anything. That is the learning, Prabhu. But we all can see, like after giving everything to the Lord, like Bali Maharaj, he in return he got everything. The Lord told him, like, I will be your gatekeeper in the in the planet where he will be reciting after that. So he got Krishna's mercy. The Lord is always with him. So when we surrender to Krishna, when we give something to Krishna, in return, he gave us everything, whatever he has. He never see like what fault we have. He just see like whatever good quality we have. This is the
Mm-hmm.
vision of the Lord. But for us, like we are so materially contaminated, we see others bad thing only. So, but like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that's why it's important. Like we all can see, like from this Bali Maharaj pastime,
Okay.
good learning is like whatever we have. If Krishna is there, like if even the spiritual master say no, surrender. The Bali that Shukracharya told him, he is Vishnu. He will take away everything from you, whatever you have. He said no. If he's Lord Vishnu, then also fine. If I promised, I should give. Yes, bro. Thank
Yeah,
you, bro.
that was my next question, because Guru is a representative for Lord.
Mm.
So Bali Maharaj, he disobeyed his Guru Shukracharya to
Yeah,
keep
but Guru
the
is
promise
yes,
for the
bro.
Lord. So
Yes, bro.
that was his dharma also.
Mm.
Like to follow the order of the Guru, but but as you said, he's Supreme Lord. Mm.
Yeah, but if Guru comes in between living entity and Supreme Lord, Guru is the medium who takes away to Krishna. But in this case, he is taking him away from Krishna.
Mm.
So that time we can reject the Guru. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, they should be in a line. If they are not in line, then we can leave the spiritual master. That's why he disobeyed the spiritual master. But we all can see from this example, like even the he disobeyed the spiritual master, then also he got everything. Shukracharya, after that, he will curse him. Like, I'm cursing you, that you will lose everything, whatever you have. And we will see that curse is also, in one way, it will be. And because the Vaman, they will take everything from him. But this is also, Krishna made it's also good, in a good way, because he surrendered to Krishna. Yeah.
Yeah, that was his test of surrender. Like
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
sometime um, so for him actually it was willingly he was able to surrender to the Lord, although he didn't knew that he's a Lord himself. But then you know sometime like in our life, like we see there is a ordinary renunciation is there. Like okay, sometime I will renunciate. I will not use that many material things. But sometimes we have the forced loss, like due to the the material, these three modes we have. Sometimes we suffer the losses also. Um, that is also like how does it distinguish, Mataji, from from our ordinary renunciation and our the force laws?
Actually, Prabhu, like it depends, like according to the desire of the Lord and according to the desire of the living entity. When we Prabhupada said, na, cheater and cheated, when we
Mhm.
have pure desire, then Krishna sends somebody who need that. But our desire is not 100% pure, then we cheated. So
Mm.
our desire should be pure. And if our desire is pure, Prabhu, I sign in my personal life also, if you have strong desire, pure desire, then Krishna sends somebody to help you. Even sometime, if you don't have desire also, Krishna sends after that also to help you. If you are pure. That's why Prabhupada said purity is the force.
You
We
mean what
should
the purity is the force means? Is it only in the spiritual terms, or purity means like
every
even
time,
if
Prabhu, even
even if the
every
person is doing the like the daily activities, let's say he is
daily
earning
also.
money, he is
The,
like doing
yes,
like yes,
everything, Prabhu. Like
everything.
one
Yeah.
time when we went to see our spiritual master, somebody also went with us. So that Prabhu told, like Guru Maharaj asked, like, where do you work? He said, like, I'm working in McDonald's. Guru Maharaj said, stop this job immediately
Yeah.
because they cook beef.
Hmm.
That is not at all good. Whatever money you are getting from that, it's useless. It's not at all good money. So this is material benefit only, Prabhu. If he lose the job, how he will survive? So he says,
Yeah,
stop this.
that's a big situation nowadays. Like there are many companies actually they're involved not in directly like this meat and everything, but they're in the like ammunition, warfare, defense also. Like
Mm-hmm.
I will give you an example of my daughter. She wanted to do the internship and she got an offer from one of the company. I will not
Mm-hmm.
name, but she declined it. She said like oh they make the arms and all these things and kill
Mm-hmm.
the people, so I don't want to have the karma of
But
all these
Prabhu,
things.
this war is different thing. But like
Yeah,
killing animals is this is the worst thing, Prabhu.
yeah.
Like this is like how they.
Hmm.
So he said, and he's directly involved in doing this job, like where he do all the making the sandwich and all.
Right.
He says, no, don't do this job, stop this job. And he had his wife also working. She was working in nice job. So that's
Mhm.
why he said, stop this job.
Yeah,
Sometimes it
that's
will
why like
be
Mata you said like purity is the force. So we
purity
we
is
have to have the pure desire actually. That is
and
the
then
main thing.
and maybe Prabhu, now for now we feel no, maybe we feel bad, like it's not good, but later the result will be good because you did for Krishna's satisfaction, not for your satisfaction. Krishna never leave his devotee alone
Mm.
if we have faith, Prabhu. Yeah. Is it clear, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji,
Thank you. Thank you so
definitely.
much. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
I
So,
have a
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I have a question. Um, how can we say the war is a different thing? The war, I mean, the weapons which we are making, they are killing so many thousands and thousands of human beings. So how can we give the justice to war is a different thing?
Because war is like, Mataji, what to do for that? We cannot do anything for that.
Hare
Or
Krishna
maybe
Mataji.
somebody else can add.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. See, my view of my perspective of looking at war is different because my brother, he's a retired colonel. He served India's army like for all these years, 25 plus years. And if he didn't have weapons, how would he defend our country? So I don't support like if some company is working for making weapons because they can be used for defense of our nation, right? How can we, when they are being manufactured, how can we live under this impression that these wars are these weapons are going to be misused? And even Prabhupada would give examples of a person going on war and killing someone is different. Prabhupada said that he's a soldier, his karma, like he is not punished for that. But if same weapon is used to going out on the street and killing people, then then that person gets punishment, right? So weapons that are being made for defense of your for defending your own nation, how is that wrong? And like, I'm not talking about specific war that we are seeing right now, but in general, war, we cannot say that war, sometimes wars are imposed on nations. Some wars, like these are global politics, and we don't need to get into all these things because we don't know what exactly the reason is behind war. Because, like, we see someone is attacking right now, but we forget that there were passive aggressive attacks that were going on, and probably one nation is trying to, just answer all those, so I don't want to get into that, because being from a family of person who has served Indian army for so many years, and for hearing, and my brother was part of Kargil war and so many wars and so many border conflicts, and so he needed weapons. If he didn't have weapon, he wouldn't be there in our lives. So I don't want to comment on war and all that, but I was just trying to defend, right? Like, we are
Yeah.
soldiers. Are If we don't have soldiers, if we don't have that barrier between our enemy nations and ourselves, we won't be even able to practice Krishna consciousness. People would come and, we know what happened when we were invaded and taken over.
Well, ma'am, Mataji, we have Mahabharata as a prime example. The
Yeah,
right
so
for
yeah,
Dharma.
we need weapons. I'm not saying these weapons should be misused to kill innocent people, not at all. I'm not saying that, but to defend your country, to defend your people, to defend your culture, we need. That's what I just wanted to add, Mataji. Sorry. Thank you so much for such a wonderful class and patiently answering all the questions.
Yeah, I have a question, Mataji, if you finished.
Yes, I'm finished, Mataji. Go.
So very quickly, because I know we're running short of time, Mataji. So I really don't understand how we can have a guru for the demons. What does that guru teach the demons? They would definitely not take them towards Krishna, isn't it?
Yeah, we all can see from the example of Hiranyakashipu also, and here also. But like we can see in different yugas, there is always devotee and demon, Satyuga, Treta, Dwapar, Kalyuga. It's designed by the Lord as per the desire of the living entity. So they have Guru. Shukracharya is their Guru always. Right? And we know Brahaspati is the spiritual master of the demigods. So even the devotees, they make mistake, but demons are against the will of the Lord. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Prabhu, can we wind up the call?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you for the
Thank
wonderful
you.
class. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Our obeisances to Mataji.
Yes. Yes.
Vancha.
Vancha
Ananta Koti Vaishnava.
Hare Krishna, Kishori Mataji ki jai.
All the devotees ki jai. Thank
Jai
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Hare Bol.